I am now.
It is Thursday once again. We are back live with FusionCast episode 30. We're returning to our regular scheduled Thursday format after a couple weeks of having the podcast on Friday.
Just trying to keep everyone on their toes.
Definitely. Along with my co-host Rebel Blood 80. I'm your host Fusion 64. What is going on? It's a fabulous Thursday. How you doing, bud?
What's happening? Hey, you're not on camera.
I am not on camera today.
And you have no footage.
I do. I got to get it ready.
Oh, okay.
I was dumbfounded with your issues you were having, so I was trying to help you out.
Oh, so much help you were. You
I
didn't
was.
help me at all. You weren't even like moral support or anything like that.
I'm sorry.
Stupid Discord updating right before podcast. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
It's weird. I didn't have any Discord issues. I don't know why you were having Discord issues. Usually I'm the one with Discord issues.
Right. But usually I don't update Discord. Today there was an update.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yes.
So
So we got some news this week?
We do have some news this week. Oh, do we?
Some crappy news?
No, it is some new consoles were announced this week.
Oh, Switch 2.
No, not Switch 2.
PSP 2?
Maybe. No, not the PSP 2, the PlayStation 5 Slim. Woo!
Yeah, that's kind of garbage.
Oh, what do you mean it's kind of garbage?
I seen some surveys posted online of people, and it doesn't look like anybody really wants this thing.
Well, how do you know if they don't? Sometimes you don't know if you want something until you see it.
Yeah, but it's only, what, 35% slimmer?
Right, yeah.
The
only reason
still a big boy.
Yeah, I think they're making this one is because they can actually. In my video, I was surprised that they were making 2 SKUs, but in reality, they're making 1 SKU because basically the PS5 disc model is just the digital model with the attachable disc drive on it already.
Right.
So they're cutting the assembly down to 1 model basically to where
which is probably the only part of this that I am interested in.
What?
Bring back the Towers of Power and add-ons and all that crazy shit. I want that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in buying this at all.
No, but going forward, because everyone's going to be focusing on all digital systems, right? That's going to be their primary focus.
Right, we're going to have more to talk about that later in the show, but yeah, go ahead. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
That there's going to be no disc drives in the future, right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, is bring back the Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Sega 32X, Tower of Power. Give us add-ons that we could insert discs into add-on systems. And the way that it fits in is even nice. It's not like that crappy designed add-on for the Xbox 360, that disc drive. The
HD DVD player?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. This thing's like snap-on.
That's the most interesting thing to me about it. And everything else kind of sucks because it's not as slim as I was hoping. Not that I would want to buy one anyways because I already have a PS5. It's not a Pro. It's not upgraded anyway, and the price.
The hard drive is big. I mean, the hard drive. This SSD is a little bigger.
Yeah, but you're also only paying what, $50 less for the all digital one.
I think I was surprised that they I guess I was surprised that they jacked up the price of that. Of the all digital, and it makes the all digital one a bad deal. Like whereas, I think the PS5 all digital at $399 is a really good deal. Now you're making it like, okay, you might as well just to be on the safe side, just get the disc one.
Right, because if you want the disc later on, you're
It's
paying what? It's like $80, $90, right?
I think it's 70 or it's either 70 or 80. So you're actually going to pay $20 to $30 more.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I don't know. They're the market leader between.
They can do, yeah, right. Oh, and the horizontal stand doesn't come with it this time. That's $30 sold separately.
Right, but at least it's a universal stand.
Right, but it was in the package on the original models.
Yeah. And I don't want to stand my current one.
No, I have mine. I have mine horizontal. So yeah. Oh, it's $80 for the add-on.
Yeah, that's too much.
I like the look of them. Have you seen any images of them side by side with the original models?
I have not. I just saw that it was 35% slimmer. And to me, that's not a real slim. But when I think of slim, I think of like the PS2 to the PS2 Slim.
Right. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Hell, even the PS3 Slim, that one with the
right, that was a
slide top for the disc drive, that was even way smaller.
Right. I had one up here earlier. I could see if I can pull it up, but I mean, it was a difference. 30% isn't a small difference, but it's not a big, huge difference either. It is. I mean, if it was the same price, I would actually maybe consider it just to have a smaller system and the bigger SSD, but not for $50 more. No.
Now, what they need to do is, well, no, they can't do it because the way it connects is if they were able to like sell maybe a like external sleeve for that hard drive for people like you that already own a Slim but want the hard drive, not the hard drive, the
SSD,
the disk drive.
Yeah. Oh, the disk drive.
Disk drive. Like a case, and then you could connect it via USB or something. But I don't know.
I don't want the disk drive. But yeah, for certain people that might want it, I guess.
That's my favorite thing of this is
yeah, I don't care.
Detachable disk drive. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm mad on it. I'm very mad on it. I'd like to see it side by side, though, just to compare the size. I don't know.
To lift it up.
Girth.
How heavy is it?
Yeah, right. But like, I look at mine every day, and I always think, man, it's big, but it doesn't really bother me. I'm used to it now.
Yeah, I've got mine shoved off in a corner, so it's not really in my way.
So like, yeah, I mean, honestly, the upgrade would be nice for the SSD, and it's like, well, why wouldn't you just open up and put a new SSD in there, right? But also buying a new system, it's going to be, I don't know, less chance of this one maybe breaking down, and nice to just get a new, fresh one in there.
It would be nice to see the thermals that people test on this new one too.
What it did make me think is that the rumored PS5 Pro, because what was it? Tom Henderson was the one who leaked this. He leaked the Pro, and now I am thinking that PS5 Pro is probably going to be $600 if this comes out next year.
I could see that easily.
I don't think we're getting any price drops, because I mean, if you look at what Xbox did with the Series S, they gave you more SSD space and upcharged at $50, and same with this digital PS5.
Yeah, I think until these companies stop selling as many systems, we're gonna keep seeing prices increase.
Yeah, or not drop really either. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the whole scary thing about going all digital with these companies. At least, like with PC, I've got to fucking compliment PC. Fuck. PC, there's multiple storefronts. Going all digital on the console space, it's like you're locked into one storefront. I wonder. We get to the point where you'll still see sales, but like you might not see as steep sales. Look, I mean, we started off this generation, it took a long time for PlayStation's first party games to go on sale. Like they were very Nintendo-like with not dropping the price on them. So it's just something to think of.
Remember, games were supposed to be cheaper though when they were first talking about.
Oh
Going
yeah,
out
right.
digital.
Well, maybe sure. Yeah, how'd that go?
I could tell you not very well.
Right.
As
Yeah.
a buyer of mostly digital software.
Yeah, not really well. Nope. And connecting with this story, I don't know if you saw this earlier today. It was leaked that Best Buy is going to stop selling all physical media at the end of Q1 2024. So
I knew this was coming. I just saw the headlines. I didn't read any articles, and I'm not really going to read anything about this because I knew this was coming. You just have to walk into a Best Buy and see that they are now a TV and dishwasher and some speakers kind of store.
They're the store you go to look at the stuff that you see on Amazon before you go buy it on Amazon or whatever.
Pretty much. They had a couple. They usually have a couple of end caps with game systems and stuff on them, but their game selection is just shit as of late.
And even like you go to Target, man, Target has nothing as far as physical games like their stock. I mean, the Switch stuff is still stocked a little bit, but like PlayStation and Xbox have nothing really. Not nothing, but very little.
Yeah, I think we're in the dark times for physical content.
Replying on this subject, the CEO of Limited Run Games commented on this story, saying that he has heard that is very soon, I think as early as next year, Walmart is going to stop selling Xbox physical games.
Only Xbox?
Yes.
That's a little suspect.
But this falls in line with the leaked system Xbox refresh that is not going to have a physical media slot.
I suppose there's an argument there where out of all three companies for physical,
I think that's
Nintendo is king,
yep.
Then probably Sony, with Xbox dead last. So I suppose there's an argument there that we don't sell enough physical to even keep putting disk drives on our systems.
Totally. I mean, they've got their biggest driver is Game Pass, and that's a digital, ecosystem basically. So, I mean, that would be the one that you would see first, really. I mean, it's the smallest physical section in these stores, but I mean, I don't think I think PlayStation's like 70% digital, really. I think in their annual reports, I think it was that they said. So I mean, they're probably not too far behind, really.
Yeah, and to be honest, the only system I'm really interested in collecting physical for would probably be Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's fucking pointless with PlayStation and Xbox because you're essentially just buying a coaster. None of these games really work out of on the disc, so I mean, and they don't hold their value like usually the carts do on Nintendo systems. But I mean, I think Nintendo's usually a generation behind on most everything, and I think they'll probably be this upcoming generation will be the probably almost the end for physical for the other two, and then the following generation for Nintendo will be basically the end. Maybe.
Yeah, with the way Nintendo charges for their first party games to get rid of secondhand copies of those would probably just overall improve their profits.
Totally, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Because a lot of times, secondhand games aren't even are more expensive than new ones on like PlayStation and Xbox.
Right.
But for Nintendo, yeah, you're that's eating into their money. Plus, I mean, they've been given a lot of good incentives, with their like digital. I mean, you took advantage of those to buy two, save what, $10 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's Super Mario Wonder.
Or is it two for 100? Right?
99.
Two for yeah,
$99.
two for
So you
100.
save
So you
about
save
100.
20,
Yeah, you save $20.
30 if you did that with Zelda on one of them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they're giving incentives like that. That's actually a pretty good deal. But then you got to trust in their digital platform, which can be a little shaky sometimes.
I had some leftover money on my Nintendo account a couple of days ago, and I bought some arcade games. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, this will really suck if this Nintendo library I'm building doesn't carry over into the Switch too.
Oh yeah, totally. And I was almost thinking because depending on it, they could change the cartridge media, which I doubt they would, but anything is possible, really.
haven't they been using that same kind of style of chip since?
Well, I mean,
Well, the
no,
DS is like that, but slightly bigger.
the
Or
DS and
maybe
3DS
twice.
were compatible. 3DS doesn't work in Switch, so
Yeah, I think it's going to be backwards compatible. I think we're going to be fine with the Switch.
right. I think it will as well, but you never know with Nintendo.
That's true.
So yeah, it's
And then
coming.
the Switch 3, all bets are off.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, so oh man, it sucks. Physical games are out. Used to love going to Best Buy, going to the GameStop, going to the game stores just to see, all the new games, and now it's just gonna be like movies where instead of going to Blockbuster, you just turn on, one of these streaming services and search through a catalog instead of walk around and looking to see if the movie or game was on the back of the display box. Or Toys R Us,
Right,
where you
which
used to bring a ticket up to the little booth.
ain't all that bad either, though, because you're kind of getting a chance to view it, play it without actually buying it, though, too, with these streaming services. So it's not all that bad.
No, that's true. That is true. So, what other? You got any other news stories for this week?
Was that all the news you had?
That was all the news that I had, really. I'm looking. You're up, big dog.
Oh, I'm up now.
You're up.
Did you see the
Don't
CEO of Unity
Yes, he went.
retired?
You did, yes, because he made a bad decision.
Oh, no, this is not the only bad decision he's made. This guy has been a cancer on the gaming industry for a long time.
Where else? His name is familiar, but where else he was? He at
I
EA.
believe he was at EA. He was the one that instituted that
The season pass thing.
the 360 where you buy a used game, you want to play it online,
Yeah.
you have to buy the online pass.
Online pass, yeah.
And he wanted to do some shady shit with like Battlefield where like you get 5 hours into the game and then suddenly there's a microtransaction for buying extra bullets or some shit like that.
Oh God.
Yeah, this guy's been a scumbag the entire time he's been working with video games.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I remember the online pass thing. That was a joke.
It was, and it didn't last long.
No, it didn't. No.
This guy lasted too long in the industry.
But it seems these
in my
people just
opinion.
keep getting jobs. Like, what was the guy from Stadia? He was like unsuccessful everywhere he's been. And he gets the job at Google for Stadia. Phil Harrison.
Bobby Kotick's
Phil
gonna
Harrison.
get a job somewhere too.
Well, Bobby Kotick is
Considering-
successful though. There's a difference.
I
Uh,
think his people make him successful, not him.
I think he bought Activision for like $5 million or something like that, and turned it into like a billion.
Okay, if that's your measurement of success, then yes. Whereas I'm more as looking at good games.
Well, I would say his investors are looking at, he's a very successful businessman.
Sure.
And also, I would say putting good people in place is very important as well to do the job.
Sure.
You
Okay.
could look at
Fine.
You could look at Phil Spencer and say he's sometimes done a poor job of putting people below him in putting the right people below him to take care of business.
Okay, sure. I'll agree with you and say like he is a fantastic CEO, just an evil person.
Oh, there you go. That's all I had to say. I agree with that.
All right.
I agree
Well,
with
we're
that.
on the same page.
What else do we got? Is that all your news you got for the week?
I think so. I
It
have
has been a very
far
slow
too
week.
busy
Oh man.
and have not been able to really pay attention to much news.
I've been trying to stay away because there is a lot of Spider-Man leaks going out. I guess Game Explained put their review up for the 4 days early today this morning.
I saw that. You think they're going to get flack for that? I mean, obviously,
Probably,
yeah,
they're
the
going.
community, but
Yeah, I would think so.
from
Probably.
Sony, blacklisted by Sony.
I'm sure they probably got a phone call. I probably, you know what? If it was a really bad review, they probably 100% would have got a phone call. Since it was very glowing, I don't know.
I have steered clear of it. I mean, I'm not going to play that game for a very long time, but still want to avoid spoilers as much as I can.
You know what? I think I did find. I clicked on a link. I don't know if I tell you this story last week, and I did see a spoiler, but
You might have mentioned it. I don't know if you mentioned it
yeah.
on the podcast or not, but it does sound like something we did talk about.
Supposedly the Activision Microsoft Xbox thing is supposed to close tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah, I keep hearing that. So
We'll
yeah,
see.
that is also news. That's not really news.
No,
it's been in the
we've been talking
forever.
about it since episode 1.
It'll be good to have it over and done with.
Right, yeah. Oh, look at this. Several Nintendo copyrights reissued and 2 patents filed in Japan.
Really?
Oh, these are just old games, so maybe they're going to re-release these. NES Remix, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. That was a good game. Kirby's Triple Deluxe. Yoshi's Woolly World.
To add on to the Microsoft news, they were talking about how they won't be putting Call of Duty, but this is also old news. None of the Activision games on Game Pass right away.
Yeah, like the new ones, like Call of Duty.
Exactly.
This new Call of Duty and Diablo won't be on there probably till next year.
Yeah.
But I'm curious if this closes tomorrow. Do you when do you think we'll get the big like Activision dump, the first Activision dump of games on Game Pass? Like, I mean,
I think they're gonna maybe hold some back for like save them for very bad financial times and then dump them in Game Pass.
Right. I don't think they'll, because I feel like with Bethesda they just threw like it all on there at once. Am I correct in remembering that?
It felt like it if it didn't happen that way.
And
I
feel like I feel like they may have said that was a mistake or something. But yeah, I'm wondering if we'll get like this week, next week, or maybe next month we'll get like a few old like 360 Call of Duties or even some like PS4 games that'll throw on there, you know, and just slowly each month start putting stuff on there.
Yeah, I feel that's how we're gonna see it go down.
That'll be very interesting. Exciting stuff.
Yeah,
Although like all the old Call of Duties, I don't know if they're still hackers and shit on it or what, but
yeah, other than the storylines and I'm going through and playing those again, I don't have any real interest in. I don't know what I would be interested in Activision that they would put on Game Pass.
Right. I would be interested in those Transformers. Did High Moon Studios make those games? War for Cybertron and
Yeah, I feel like those games got delisted probably due to licensing though. So
right,
that's
totally. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was just saying that I would be really interested in those if they could get the license back.
Because I do have I picked up delisted copies of War for Cybertron and what was that Dark Side of the Moon one?
Yeah, that's it. Was it Spark
or Steam?
I would be if they can get and I think that's something they'll probably work towards is getting the licenses for those back on.
Yeah, because those War for Cybertron games were really freaking good.
They were like Gears of War Transformers in my opinion. It's pretty cool.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to playing through the Steam version.
Yeah, so that is exciting. Please stay tuned for that. That'll be very tempting for me to go back and get another Xbox when I see that. I've been tempted this week with they showed Halo 5's or not Halo Infinite Season 5 update looks really good. I think that game's starting to hit its stride right now with like steady content and stuff they got coming out looks pretty interesting. So I've been pretty tempted with that, but
You mean the game's finally leaving beta?
right, yeah, beta. It's finally leaving beta. I don't know. I just got so much other stuff to play every time I think of buying one, and it's like, dude, I have all of this stuff in front of me to play.
And that brings us to, what are you playing?
I finally beat the Resident Evil Separate Ways DLC. I think I clocked it in at 5 hours and 48 minutes, somewhere around there. And very impressed for $10. Really, you can't ask for much more of a DLC. It was excellent package.
Nice.
For $10. I mean, 5 hours of good, excellent content. Yeah.
I wish I had a little bit of cash on me because it is currently on sale, the original game.
RE4?
Yeah.
The remake, right?
Yeah, because they don't have it packaged with that DLC yet.
No, it's on Steam on sale?
Humble Bundle.
Oh, okay.
But it's a pretty good deal. I think it's like $38 for the deluxe edition.
It is a deluxe game, if I would say so myself. But other than that, I started playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. I think I've got about 8 hours into that.
And you're in love with Ubisoft again.
I like it. It's good. It's a good, solid time. Good, solid Assassin's Creed. I'm not too high, not too low.
Okay, so it's bland.
It's fine. I mean, I like it. Yeah, the story, I mean, is, it could be me because I start going and trying to find all these little doodads on the map, and I ignored the story for a little while. But I mean, it's been a while since I played an Assassin's Creed game. I didn't play Valhalla, so maybe that's why I'm enjoying it as much. It's very much more stealthy than these RPG ones are.
You're
like it almost
playing as a character from Valhalla, though, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, I just found that out. I was, I think I looked up something on the game and I didn't realize. So it kind of makes me want to go and play Valhalla, like at some point.
You don't want to play Valhalla.
Maybe like at least 10 to 15 hours maybe of it, and then I'll be done with it.
Then you'll be done with the prologue.
Right? Yeah, totally.
The tutorial.
That's when you hit
tutorial 1.
That's when you hit the opening credits.
Exactly.
But yeah, this almost feels like a Hitman type game because you have to really be stealthy in this game because you have the stamina meter in here, so you're dodging and you're swinging your sword takes up stamina. So like not in the other ones, you can't tackle an army of guys really.
Which might be kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I think I saw a video where, like, if you know what you're doing, the combat is still really broken.
It is, yeah, because you can really just parry and one-hit kill guys, basically.
That and the smoke bomb is far too overpowered.
The smoke bomb, I just got that, is pretty awesome. And then I have your throwing knives. My throwing knives infect people with poison, and I have this sword where if you kill someone who's infected with poison, it lets out a big poison cloud to kill enemies around you.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to be.
You could get it on sale because guess what? The Crew Motorfest is already 20% off.
Yeah, we'll wait for 75%.
And I
off.
looked at it, I'm like, oh man, I could have just waited a few more weeks and got it 20% off. Stupid idiot.
Yep.
But whatever.
Never.
I'm enjoying both of them. Yeah, they do it to themselves. They train their audience not to buy their games at launch. But this is the most. I guess they said this is the most successful Ubisoft game this generation, so it's
Do you
doing
think
well.
it's they're not really after the total dollars sold, but they rather tout the numbers sold? Is why they drop them down so cheap?
Maybe. Maybe they just see like, okay, we know how many early adopters we're gonna get, day one adopters. I bet you they've got this shit down to a science, basically.
They have to
There's
still be in business,
a
even though
number
they're
of there's a number of people that are gonna buy this day one for this price, and then like within a month later, we drop it down 20%, and this amount of people will buy in, and then a month later we drop it down to 50% off, and then we get floodgates open with more people. They've been doing this for so long. Like they've got this down to science. I feel like.
yet they always seem to be in financial troubles though too, like borderline. Like,
Right.
oh no, somebody's gonna buy us because we're not doing so hot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they're always they've been chasing the fucking live service model for like it feels like 8 years or so.
Yeah.
And then like, oh well, we just closed this one down. We just closed this one down. And then, yeah, speaking of that, they are that X Defiant game that I was looking forward to. That I played the beta for. That was like their I don't know, Call of Duty with all these people from the Ubisoft cinematic universe. Basically, you could pick players from like the Division or Ghost Recon or Siege or I don't know if Assassin's Creed was in it, but yeah, that was supposed to release this much, and now it's been delayed indefinitely. So
Oh man, they like to do that.
yeah, but you know what? I think that it would have been a bad move to release it this month with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 coming out. So it was probably a smart decision.
Yeah, at least they
Like give these
don't
people
put out.
a few months to play Call of Duty. Maybe they'll get bored of it by springtime next year. Give this game more time to polish and then release it.
They put out broken games, but everybody does that now. But they don't really put out bad games
Yeah,
like Square Enix. Square Enix puts out bad games sometimes.
yeah. There's a lot of people putting out broken games too.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it, we'll fix it later. Or half finished games. It's a live service. It's never finished.
Oh yeah, there is a little bit more news. What about the Forza news?
The what? The one that I sent you, the Digital Foundry one?
I haven't watched that yet, but
Okay.
just the fact that it's not reviewing so hot and
Yeah,
people
I
just
guess
don't seem
I
very happy with
I
it.
haven't read a ton of reviews about it. I know that the one that I sent you was the Digital Foundry, where it seems like they really heavily they put a lot of marketing videos where it shows all these ray tracing and a lot of the details actually in the game, like the grass and the ground. They've shown like they found exact shots of what were in the trailers, and they don't look like that. And supposedly the ray tracing is only like 1 meter away from the car, and then everything else is like screen space reflections. And yeah, I think a lot of people don't like the car PG like elements of it, like leveling up your car and stuff like that. From what I've
Yeah, I
read, it's
thought that was
different than.
really weird.
It's not like how we used to buy this part, buy this part. It seems like it's different than that.
It sounds more like the Crew now
Really?
because of that.
Oh yeah, yeah, maybe, huh?
Leveling up to get body parts, car parts.
They've made a Forza Ubisoft game.
Yeah. Or, it's a Need for Speed was like that too.
Okay. Well, wasn't the last Forza, didn't it have like something like that, gear or something?
I own it and I've
And
never
I
played
believe
it,
there was a
so-
big outrage because people thought they were going to charge for it, and then they never did.
No, but they charge for like tracksuits for your driver and stuff like that, outfits for your driver, and that was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the main Forza game has fallen off a lot now. The Horizon is the main game, really.
Yeah, like they're not even trying to compete with Gran Turismo, which is a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what is it's rated. What it was, it like an 84 or something? I think it's still high up there. No.
Yeah, but I was hoping for not that I wanted it to be Gran Turismo, but I
Oh,
was
you
hoping for
did.
it. Right?
Do not lie to me on this podcast right now. Do
You caught me. No,
not lie to me right now. Be honest. You wanted it. You were dying inside for it to beat Gran Turismo.
no, actually wasn't. But I wanted it to be as good or possibly better, just to keep that rivalry going.
Yeah.
You get better games when they're competing with each other. Because it seems to me that's when Forza fell off, is when Gran Turismo wasn't releasing titles for that long stretch of time.
Right, because they released that. Which one are we on? We're on 7, so 6. 6 was a PS3 game that launched when the PS4 launched, basically. So
Yeah.
that was basically like out of sight, out of mind. I'm probably still sold well, but not to where the other ones, the previous versions, did. And then they released that awful Gran Turismo Sport that was just like an online only. It didn't really have a big campaign. It was kind of like half a game, and yeah, it feels like Forza, like they almost like had it in the bag, and they probably really stopped putting forth as much effort in.
Same thing they did when they were the market leader with the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Well, not the market leader, but between the two.
Yeah.
Because Wii was dominating.
Wii was
back
the market
then.
leader, yeah.
I don't know, man. Microsoft keeps screwing it up. And it was really important for them to show off ray tracing, I think.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence of whether or not I should download it, because I still have Game Pass. And I'm assuming it's probably a pretty large game.
Oh, I would imagine so, yeah. I don't know what it is, but I would imagine it is a very large game, yeah. I've seen a lot of comparisons about the car models, too. Like, the car models are not as good looking as in previous games or in Gran Turismo. Like,
That's one area where they were winning for so long, though, too.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people were unhappy
on the OG Xbox.
Yeah.
They were winning with the car models, the amount of detail they had on just the Xbox alone.
Right.
But
very weird.
I don't know. And this is the company that's making the next Fable game, huh?
No, that's Playground. No, that's Playground is Forza.
Oh wait, yeah, that Turn 10.
Turn 10 is Forza. Yeah, Turn 10 is Forza. This is Playground is making Fable.
That's right.
Although with that ugly girl in the trailer,
I don't have any hopes for that game.
Oh, the ugly girl in the trailer. She could be one of the cars from Forza. Maybe it is the same people making it. Ugly cars, ugly women. Hey.
Oh.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I haven't seen it, so I really I'm just going secondhand stuff that I've heard people say. So I mean, can't comment on it one way or another.
Maybe I'll see how large the file size is.
Don't you have unlimited internet or no?
Oh, I do. I just don't have unlimited hard drive space.
Oh.
There's a lot of shit I'm playing on PC right now. I would download it on PC.
Download it on Xbox and PC just to see the difference.
I could do that. I could probably delete
give us a comparison.
Horizon 5 for that.
There you go.
On my Xbox.
Yeah, when's the last time you played that?
Quite a while ago. When the last DLC came out for it.
Gotcha.
Which is actually pretty good. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me.
Yeah. And that's really all I've been playing. I played a little bit more Power Wash Simulator, but nothing really new with that. Excited for Spider-Man next week. I got to finish up Assassin's Creed. We'll see if I go for. I haven't checked really on the platinum status to see if I'm going to do that or not. But as long as there's no missable trophies, I might. I was looking at the platinum.
All know you're going to do that.
I was looking for the trophies on Power Wash Simulator, and they're pretty ridiculous. So I won't be going for the platinum on that. There's some ridiculous ones, like in each level you have to fully complete. Like say if there's a house, the gutters have to be saved for last. So there's a lot of levels like I would have to redo. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that, which is a bummer.
Oh man, but you love that game.
I do. My wife doesn't like hearing shh all the time though. She gets pissed. She's not thrilled with it.
Well, I, sir, like I said, have been very busy. I was given some homework to do and had to spend just about the whole week working on it. But I did manage to play a little bit of Cyberpunk.
Okay.
As well as one other game, and I am still loving Cyberpunk. It is one of the top 5 ray tracing games I've played.
Really? I've heard the ray tracing now in this since this update has been incredible.
Oh, it's fantastic. The other day I was sitting outside in the middle of a desert and there was a water puddle and my car was parked on top of it accidentally, and the reflections off of the water of my car and the characters, it was just awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. The best experience I've had with ray tracing still so far has got to be Control.
Really?
Oh, yeah, 100%. And then Observer, I believe, has it, and it looks really good in Observer, too. But you got to look for it in Observer.
Okay.
And trying to take pictures of it, it doesn't come up very well, because I was trying to tell a buddy about it. And I was like, look at this! And I took a picture of it, and I'm like, oh, shit, you can't see shit in the screenshot. Never mind. Because you really need to have HDR active as well.
Right.
That really makes everything pop. Nothing needs to be at 4K. It just needs to be at 1440p, ray tracing, HDR, and 120 frames per second, and I'm happy.
And what's
But other than Cyberpunk, I played. Go ahead.
That is one of the reasons why I'm like I want to get an Xbox back and play this Halo Infinite, but I know that like I need to get to Cyberpunk because it's killing me not playing this, and that's going to come after Spider-Man, obviously. But I'm really excited to dive into that game.
It's good. Speaking of,
if I asked you
into
how the gunplay is in that game?
It's first-person shooter.
No, is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
I mean, because I've only played The Witcher 3 from CDPR. I didn't know how their gunplay would be. I'm dying for a first-person shooter with some good gunplay, story, and something like that.
Well, it's not going to be like a Halo or Call of Duty.
No, totally.
You do have the aim down sights, snap to mechanic, but you could turn that off.
Would you say better or worse than a Bethesda first-person shooter?
Like 100 times better.
Really? Okay. All right.
Because you're comparing it to Starfield and Fallout 4, and yeah, the shooting in both those games, while better than Fallout 3, it's not that great. And in this game, you feel your shots connecting, which
cool
is what you need.
Nice.
Like a headshot with my pistol. I do a ton of crit damage and stuff with that. Heads explode. It feels good.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. Let's get to your other game. You'll dive into it.
I actually played this last week, but forgot to talk about it. RoboCop.
Oh yes, that's right.
I played the demo.
All right, cool. Let's hear about it. Yeah, I was looking for that, and it's only on Steam, which sucks. So I need to.
Dude, I got that Steam Deck.
I know. I wonder if you played this on the Steam Deck.
No, I didn't even check to see if it was.
You are not a good Steam Deck owner. Come on, man. I want to hear everything about. I don't care about stupid PC. I want to hear when you talk about PC games. I want to hear about how it performs on the Steam Deck, because that's the only fucking PC that I'm interested in.
Okay. Settle down there, Tiger.
Let's hear about Dead or Alive. You're coming with me.
I don't even know if it plays on the Steam Deck. I'll have to look at the demo page and see, because not all games play well with the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I would wonder, because it's not the full game; it's just a demo, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I doubt it's probably.
So, if you're looking for a Twitch shooter, Doom, this is not. You
No.
move incredibly slow, but it's not like a first person shooter. You're basically a tank. So you feel like a tank, and the demo takes place in a like a high-rise movie studio building, and you're basically going through the building, walking through offices, and uh, this they're fire something gang. I don't remember what they're called. Fire starters or something. I don't know. They look like your typical '80s movie gang. They're just popping around corners and shooting at you, and they're like jumping out of cover to like walk towards you while shooting at you, and you just have your RoboCop pistol. I mean, you could pick up other guns, but why would you when you
Yeah,
have that
right.
pistol?
The pistol's awesome.
And you're just shooting these fools, and they're like flying and shit. Oh man, I really like this game. The character models aren't that great. The lip syncing is god awful, but I think I'm gonna love this game when it comes out. So I'm wanting to pre-order it, but I don't think I will.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that like yeah, it's not like an 8 or 9 game, but it's a fun as hell like 6 or 7. Like it's one of those like
Oh yeah,
you know goofy funny games that you're gonna enjoy. It's like a Friday the
yeah.
13th.
You're gonna find fun with this.
Cool. Yeah, this is definitely I. From the first moment I've seen that trailer, I was like, oh man, I totally want to play this.
Yeah, I hope the whole game is as good as what I played.
Nice. Have you been dabbling any more into your Steam Deck?
No, I downloaded that Eastward on there that we were talking
Oh
about,
yeah.
but I haven't played it yet.
I was. Oh yeah. Did you see Diablo 4 is coming to Steam?
I saw that. I'm not interested, even though I watched a video today with about all the updates,
Yeah.
and it sounds like they're finally making the game that should have released.
Really. I mean,
Yeah,
is it still going to be always online? Is that one of the new updates or no?
it's always going to be online. That game's always going to be online, but the way it released, it kind of felt like they were going to try to force microtransactions down in the future,
Uh,
but they didn't, probably because of the backlash.
I want a Diablo 4 that is not always online.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's sad. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that is unfortunate. But I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna boot up as soon as that update drops on the Xbox because I still have it installed there, and I'm gonna see if they change it because it's supposed to be easier to level to 100 now,
Yeah.
where I gave up on it before because it was just too much.
Hey, in these humble bundles, do they like? Do you get Steam codes in these or what?
Oh yeah, 99% of them are Steam codes.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
I accidentally bought one code last year, and it was for an Epic game, and I was like, oh damn, and I already own the Epic game, so.
Uh,
Why you thinking about getting a Steam Deck
maybe.
and doing humble?
Maybe you never know. It's a possibility. It's always a possibility.
I'm still enjoying mine when I have time to play it.
Although I am very much anticipating my PlayStation Portal here in a month and like 3 days.
I don't think that's going to be what everyone wants it to be.
It's gonna be what I want it to be.
I think we're seeing it sell out because of low production numbers and people buying it not knowing exactly what they're buying.
Well, what it was ranked up there in those Amazon charts, so we'll see.
Yeah, but show me the numbers of how many sold, and then we'll declare it a success, and then show me how many are returned because it doesn't do what people wanted.
Well, hopefully, it's not as many returned as the ROGLI.
Or the Xbox Elite 2
Mm,
controller.
yeah.
That gets returned a lot too.
Oh, that Lenovo is coming out like I think this week.
I had a video for that pop up in my feed. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I need to,
curious.
yeah, see some reviews on that. Let's see. It's the Legion Go. Yeah, I think it's October sometime. When is it?
I'm gonna still say you're probably better off with the Steam Deck, just because of ease of use factor.
More power though.
More power is not always a good thing.
You could put Steam OS on there though, couldn't you?
You can put that on anything, I believe.
Well, it just has October 31st as the release date. Oh,
Yeah.
so are you gonna play any games this week or what?
Well, I want to just say I'm gonna continue playing Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
but I think I need to play something horror because I've been watching a horror movie every night
Really?
for October. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, we have our we got to do our horror movie of the week, right?
We do. Do you want to recommend yours first? Because I wasn't really thinking about one, but I got one in the chamber if need be.
I have one. So it's not really a horror movie, but it's kind. So we were gonna watch a horror movie this past weekend, and I was like, I told the wife, like, let's watch this new Pet Cemetery prequel. And she's like, well, let's watch the original reboot because we didn't watch that one from a few years ago. I'm like, all right. So put on the trailer, and of course the kids won't leave us alone. And I start watching the trailer. I'm like, okay, yeah, we can't watch this one with the kids. So we, my 10-year-old was like, oh, I want to watch it. I want to watch it. So we put on Disney Plus, and that Haunted Mansion movie was on. It just came out, I guess, with Rosario Dawson. And
Okay.
that was actually pretty good. It's a quote unquote horror movie for the whole family. And then
I don't know. You say Disney and horror. I don't think that's really a horror movie.
I said for the whole family, so you can anticipate
Fair
what
enough.
you can kind of.
But I would put that in the
expect what
boat with
means.
like Ernest Saves Halloween or whatever that movie is.
Right, maybe a little. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But fact of the matter, my 10-year-old was still scared to sleep in his own bed that night after watching the Haunted Mansion, but yet he still wanted to watch Pet Cemetery. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I can imagine it would have been way worse.
Oh yeah, totally. What was he wanted to watch? I think he wanted to watch It or something during the day, and this was last year, I think. And so I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna put you through an easy one to watch first, and then so I put on the original Blair Witch Project. And he didn't even make it. He made it to the part where they're in the tent and like something starts touching the tent on the outside and they're all like going crazy. And he gets up, he turns the TV off, and says, "Nope, I'm out of here." I'm like, you didn't even get to the scary part of the movie.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, yeah. So that's my family-friendly horror movie of the week.
You know what I'm gonna recommend? It's one I watched Sunday. Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay, that sounds familiar. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, he's he's a ex-cop who's down on his luck, and he takes a job as a security guard at a burnt up department store that used to be some sort of hospital or something. And he starts seeing shit in the mirrors,
Oh,
and shit
okay.
gets a little wild from there.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's not fantastic. I probably could have recommended a way better one, but
I'd really like to go back and play Until Dawn, the original one. I think I might do that this year.
that's not the game I was going to play, but the last game that they came out with is what I was going to play
Which is
for Halloween.
is that the
The Quarry?
oh no, that did Supermassive do the Quarry?
Yeah, I could double check that.
I know that was I was just thinking of actually playing that. I've never played that. I'm sure it's probably gonna be on sale for pretty cheap. I did love Until Dawn. It's supposedly the Quarry's not as good, but I do
Well, they
want to play
also
that.
do all those dark,
Yeah, I was trying to think of what it
Pictures
was
of
called, the
Madame.
Dark Pictures Anthology and stuff like that.
which I've got most of those.
That's
I
what
think I'm missing two of them.
that shitty Switchback game was based on. So
Quarry is Supermassive Games.
yep, you're right. Okay.
You're might be confused because it's published by 2K Games.
Yeah, that's why.
They kind of slut themselves out to publishers because
They do.
this is published by 2K. Those Dark Pictures of Medan are published by Bandai Namco,
Okay.
and then that other one is only by Sony, right?
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Which sucks. I'd like to see that game on PC.
Yeah, I don't think that
Although,
one's coming. Probably it's long in the rear view mirror. Probably.
yeah, I do own it on PlayStation, so I could play that. I've started that game up several times.
And it actually has a pretty good cast on it.
Yeah, I think the Quarry does too.
Really? Okay.
I mean, hell, all their games do.
Yeah. Hayden Panettiere, and then who is the Mr. Robot guy is in that one too.
Yeah, it's like it seems like most of their budget probably goes to
Like a couple actors.
paying and motion capturing actors.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Maybe they'd be more successful if they didn't waste all that money on them.
Yep. Just like Kojima wasted all the money on Kiefer Sutherland for Metal Gear Solid 5, and he had probably like 10 lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah. Although I do like Kiefer Sutherland, but you can't make him replace.
I do.
Damn it! Why can't I remember the guy's name that was always?
David Hayter.
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
a good.
David Hayter wins hands down.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Kiefer Sutherland probably would have been a lot better, but yeah, he cost too much, and they couldn't afford all the lines from him. So it's like, okay, well, I don't know. So that's it. That's all I got this week. Anything else before we get out of here?
Well, what are you going to be playing? You asked me what I'm going to be playing.
Oh, I'm still gonna be finishing up Assassin's Creed this week. What is the 20th? Is next Friday, a week from tomorrow. So I gotta knock out probably 10 more hours of Assassin's Creed in a week, which I can easily do. And maybe I'll play the Crew Motorfest some more now that it's on sale, and got to feel like I got my money's worth out of it.
Dope. That extra money you put in for buying it.
Oh yeah.
At full price.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm supporting new Ubisoft, man.
Hey, somebody's got to keep them afloat.
Somebody has to, yeah.
And that's not going to be me.
It's got to be me. I'll probably end up buying Avatar day one too.
Oh man.
So.
Well, that's all I got.
All right, that's it for this week. Stay tuned for an update on when probably should be back next Thursday, I would imagine. We'll see. It's either be the next Thursday or Friday. If we're not here Thursday, then just wait around until Friday.
Yeah, just hang around. Maybe get something to drink, something to eat, so you're not getting hungry while you're waiting.
Once again, if you like the podcast, do us a favor, hit that like button. Helps out a ton. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more podcasts, any more videos. Got a banging PlayStation Portal video that has been doing incredibly well. Must be a lot of people interested in that PlayStation Portal. What do you think?
I think they want to find out what it's all about.
Maybe. So, all right, for Rebel Blood 80, I am your host, Fusion64. We will see you guys next week.
Adios.
Later.